Happy Wednesday. So, I don't really have a title today, but I do have a subject matter. And basically, so the church I go to, I just recently started going there, but you hear a lot of talk about, we want you to find your people. And so that's a push for small groups. Like, find that group of people that you can do life with. And so it got me to thinking about the people who are currently in my life. And just I guess a weekend before last, one of my friends and I, we kind of had a come to Jesus meeting because she was really having a hard time wrapping her mind around some things that God was speaking to her and some things that were being revealed. And honestly, this wasn't new news to her. Sometimes we realize things, but because I'll say it like this: a lot of times we overlook our normal. I've been writing for as long as I could write. Like, seriously, I've been writing since second grade. Like, used to do like little stories and stuff. So for as long as I can learn to like string together sentences, I've been writing. So the same is the case for some of my spiritual gifts. I won't call them out or say what they are, but there are things that were so normal to me that I didn't realize that they weren't normal. And one of those primary things has been identified in my friend. And so other people are asking her, like, are you this? Are you such and such? And she's like, well, no, it's not really that. It's this. And it's because the weight of what they're asking her is something that she doesn't want to bear. It's a title that she doesn't want to carry. And I fully understand what she is, because I went through that a couple years ago, because I didn't want it either, even though I had been unknowingly operating in that gift. So we had this talk, and I kind of helped her see it from a right perspective, something that from in a way that makes it like easier to digest. And she's like, oh, okay, I get it, but don't leave me. I'm like, what? She's like, don't leave me. Like, don't leave me out here to like figure this out on my own, or like navigate these waters on my own. Don't leave me. So that made me think of 2 Kings chapter 2. I'm going to read the first two verses to you. So this is Elijah and Elisha. So, back in 1 Kings chapter 19, Elijah called Elisha, and Elisha left everything. Like, he burned his yoke, sacrificed his oxen. He left his life behind, and he made sure he did it in a way that he didn't have anything to go back to, because he knew the call of God on his life. And so he's like, I'm going to roll with Elijah because he could teach me how to be me. And I think that's part of finding who your people are. Your people, you pour into them and they pour into you, but they help you come to terms with who it is that God has called you to be. So one, you come to terms with it, and two, you get afforded the opportunity to walk in it and be groomed in it. So again, 2 Kings chapter 2 verses 1 and 2 says, and it came to pass, when the Lord was about to take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. Then Elijah said to Elisha, stay here, please, for the Lord has sent me to Bethel. But Elijah said, as the Lord lives and as your soul lives, I will not leave you. So they went down to Bethel. And if you continue to read, there's a couple of times where Elijah is like, stay here. And Elisha's like, oh no, I'm not staying here. He wanted to get all that he could, all the training that he could from Elijah. And he wanted to be sure that when Elijah was taken up into heaven, that he could receive that mantle. He asked for a double portion. So Elijah, everything that you doing, like double that. I need that in my life. And sure enough, like, he did receive it. He performed double the miracles that Elijah performed. One of those being after he had died. They laid a soldier on his bones, and that soldier came back to life. So, but that was a matter of him staying on Elijah's heels. him recognizing the anointing and not disconnecting himself from it, but being steadfast and walking with it and allowing himself to be the student and to learn from him. And so, yeah, I didn't ask for a student. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for an Elisha. But clearly I got one. So yeah, um, she asked for me not to leave her, and anybody who's been friends with me knows, like, you don't get rid of me. You don't quit me. What? No, that doesn't happen. So asking me to not leave is, kind of like a moot point. Like, it's not gonna happen. I don't walk away from people, but I definitely don't walk away from giftings or from a calling. So if it's a situation where God is calling me to help train somebody in that weighty thing that He's placed on their life, then boom, I'm there, and we're gonna walk it out together. And yeah, so each one teach one. Elijah had Elisha. Paul had a Timothy. Who do you have? Who are your people? Who is it that, one, you can learn from, and two, you can teach? So find your people. Find the ones who are supposed to be teaching you and the ones that you're supposed to be teaching. That way it's a continuous flow. So yeah, I guess I do have a title. Ha! Find your people. Have a good day.